The pole of the assistant lighter. He must have forgotten it. That's a lucky turn for me.
That wind from the east will end up driving me crazy.
Here I'm safe. The policeman can't see me. I need to find a way to lead him away without getting noticed. Rats. They seem pretty reckless.
What's the confusion? Who goes there?
Oh, when I apply the tip of my finger on the back of the card, I feel some kind of invisible letter on it. Somebody has also written the initials IH on the front side. The letters are starting to appear, but the ink is slightly sticky and transparent, and I have a hard time reading it. That's better. It's starting to appear. The signature is Your Friend Havel. Here's the rest of the message. We have been the victims of a masquerade. The proof of your innocence stands at Epoch's home. Good. I know where to head to as soon as I'm done here.
Oh, I was certain you'd end up having trouble with the police.
I need my watch back. You know, the pawn I left with you?
Do you have enough money to settle the bill?
Of course I do.
About the rest of your stay, you need to pay in advance. That would preclude us from getting into these unsavory discussions again.
Look, I had a bit of a difficult day, but I assure you I'll give you all I have.
Oh, hold your horses, Mozart. You know, I kind of like you. I'll fetch the damn watch for you. Here's the coffer in which I stored it. Let's see. Oh, the lock seems a bit jammed. Would you check if you can open it? Be careful. Underneath the lid, there's a vial of acid that will destroy the contents of the coffer if you force the lock too violently. Well, that's an old Persian trader's trick to fend off thugs in the desert. I've been assured that the mechanism is very safe.
That's just my luck. I twisted the key trying to open the lock. I'll have to do without it. The coffer is half opened, but there's still something blocking the way. Good Lord! The acid destroyed the watch. This is unsettling. My epoch is ruined.
Oh, Mozart, you are a walking disaster. I did tell you to be careful. Very well, that settles it. Frankly, Mozart, I thought you were starting to get on my nerves. We're even now, my friend, and don't come back.
I need your help. Somebody has to distract the policeman standing guard outside. I need to leave as discreetly as possible.
You've got some nerve, Mozart. You want me to distract an agent of Keller? Put my ass on the line? I'm not a henchman for your crimes, Mozart.
Look, I'll get you a new watch and you'll be able to keep it.
Are you offering me a bribe, Mozart? It's like a disease tonight. 10 minutes ago, the guy in uniform tried to extort money from me.
The only thing I'm doing is to offer to justly compensate you for your trouble.
I don't want it. I am incorruptible, sir, and I'll prove it to you. I'm going to distract your policeman for free to prove to you that there are still some honest checks in this city. Oh, if you use the back door, you'll find some capon and some wine from Siudicia left in the kitchen.
Mozart, so, did you find some new leads about the incident?
Follow me. I can't be seen here.
You look like you're trying to flee something or somebody. What's wrong with you?
Somebody is trying to pin the murder of Anton Epoch on me.
You don't talk so loud. That's impossible. You were always with me at the temple. What can I do to help?
I believe there is a link between what you call the incident and the father of the poor young lad.
Mishka Epoch? He's an important character, but he deeply disappointed me lately.
I don't understand. What happened?
He left our lodge to join the Rosicrucians. I thought that trying to accept Anton, his son, as an apprentice would mend the ties between us. I was wrong.
What do you mean, wrong?
I went to his home to tell him myself of his son's sad passing, but he seemed like he couldn't care less about that tragic loss.
That's weird. Nothing is worse than losing a child. I sadly know it from experience.
Rosicrucians dwell in the occult, and that leads them into some kind of blur where they can't really tell the difference between life and death anymore.
Somebody is trying to hide the fact that the Emperor has disappeared, and that somebody may very well be Mishka Epoch himself. I need your help, Venerable.
Oh, it's difficult to do anything against Epoch. He's the master clockmaker of the town. He's in charge of mending the masterpiece on the tower, the astronomical clock. The situation is also complicated by the fact that Epoch and the other Rosicrucians of Prague have pledged allegiance to Werner, the Prussian Prime Minister.
You mean that they could betray the Emperor?
You'll need to find out for yourself what their intentions are, but I think all this is linked to our case.
I wonder what the role of the mechanical beetle is in all this.
Beetles are symbols of wisdom and wit in the ancient rites of Egypt.
I'm afraid no wisdom may be involved here. I suspect a dark conspiracy. Still, I hope you can unearth the truth from all this. What's the link with the Egyptian rituals?
The Rosicrucians are trying to resurrect the magical rites of ancient Egypt. They turn their backs on the reason that we so rightly revere.
What scheme is then pursued by the Rosicrucians?
The Rosicrucians are allied with Völner and claim they are superior to Masons. They pretend they are guardians to a document written by the founder himself, the first manifest. Well, they claim that Hiram himself wrote it, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm sure it's a fake. I have to head back to the temple. I bid you farewell, Mozart. What are you going to do now?
The square by the clock. That's where Epoch lives. I'm going there without more ado. I need to find the home of the renowned clockmaker. With a bit of luck, I'll get some answers to my questions there and maybe a new watch. Somebody's up quite late. Open up. It's a matter of life and death. I know you're here.
Master Epoch is not home. You'll need to come back tomorrow, sir.
I'm here to deliver your master a message from the Rose Cross.
Oh, you attend the same discreet circles as my master? I guess in that case you do know the title of the first manifest?
Open up. It's a matter of...
Please don't. What is it now, sir? Do you want me to call for the guard?
The Call of the Brotherhood. The title of the first manifest is The Call of the Brotherhood.
That's a secret only initiated people share. Please come in, sir, and please accept my most sincere apologies. If you can bear with us for a few moments, Take a seat in the music parlor so that you are comfortable while waiting for my master to return.
Do you think he'll be home soon?
We're going through confusing times, sir, and it would be difficult for me to tell you anything about my master's whereabouts.
Another harpsichord out of tune? It's a conspiracy, all right. Up to me to make it sound better. Let's see what's in there. Oh, here's a watch like the one I used to own. It could be useful in helping me to open the hidden door under the bridge of stone. Let's see what's needed to get it back in tune. Let's start with the A. There you go. I took the liberty of tuning your harpsichord. It should be much better now.
If you'll excuse me, I have to attend to other affairs.
You're excused. I'll just wait quietly for your master to come back. Let's see what happens if I play the allegro of my 38th symphony, as I did under the bridge of stone. This mask is the same one as the majordome wears, and it also looks like the one Joseph had in my dream. I wonder what clue these masks hide.
I am a slave to God.
Your face. That's uncanny. You look like a true brother to the Emperor himself. How is this possible?
I am a slave to God.
Your voice sounds familiar. We met before. In prison, do you remember? What are you doing here?
I am a slave to God. Are you the angel Gabriel?
I doubt it. Maybe I am an angel. Do you speak in riddles? I'm not sure I'm grasping all the sense of what you're telling me.
I am a slave to God. But you're not the angel Gabriel. I can't see the aura surrounding your physical envelope.
Is Leopold ready to take Joseph's place? Other members of the court have expressed some reservations about our projects.
He is absolutely on board with us. He assured me he'll be in Prague the day after the bombing.
How does he feel about us Rosicrucians?
He is quite God-fearing and does not feel at ease with your practices. Still, he won't be ungrateful, and he'll let you pursue freely your research, even if he disapproves of it.
In any event, Bohemia will be under the protection of Prussia, and Velna will make sure his brothers and I are safe.
They're coming this way. I've got to find a place to hide. I can't be seen around here.
Is this the simpleton you mentioned?
Yes, he's a farm boy Keller found for us.
The resemblance is really striking. Do you think he could be the natural offspring of the Emperor, or maybe his father's?
Frankly, I couldn't care less. Thanks to my little beetles, he'll be ready for tomorrow and perfectly docile to play his role.
The Chief Inspector is proving to be a very precious auxiliary.
You said it. He's a perfect operator for our projects.
Are you sure your beetles are going to fulfill their role?
They're fragile, but I can make them perfect, thanks to the secret the Scotsman is about to reveal to me.
You're right. There is so much left to do. I should not bother you any longer.
The angel Gabriel visited me, and he is still among us. See how the angel watches us in silence.
I have not had the time to proceed with his new brainwash, and frankly, he's starting to get on my nerves.
Dear God, the simple...
Ah, here you are. My master is back. I just met him coming here.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, what an honor to greet you here in my modest house. We don't even know each other yet, and still you managed to cause me much worry.
I had a difficult evening, and I think you're the only one in a position to enlighten me regarding the dramatic events that I unintentionally became a part of.
You're quite right, but I don't really have time for an explanation. This being said, thanks to me, you're in a position now to be one of the key elements in a historical moment. Tomorrow night, you'll perform in front of a very selective audience, the first score ever composed by my son, Anton. Don't mention it, but you'll be very well paid for this task. I rented the Nostitz Theatre. The acoustics are perfect there.
I can't perform a symphony while I'm a fugitive of the law, accused of your son.
Slaughter my son? Oh, that's really nothing to worry about, especially if you consider the fact that he is not dead. The young man who brought you much concern at the temple was only a pawn. Anton is fine, if that helps cheer you up.
Can I meet your son? If he is alive indeed, that will go a long way towards proving my innocence.
Nobody doubts your innocence, Mozart. Not even Keller and the police. Your innocence is the very reason why we decided to have you join us here.
Forgive me if I insist, but can you tell me where your son is?
Very close to here, but I don't want you to see him now. He has this strange admiration for you. Sometimes it spooks me a bit. You'll meet him later.
Who was the sorry impostor who died at the temple tonight? His passing does not seem to affect you in any way.
He was one of my personal assistants. He had a mission, to check how well one of my creations was working. His death was untimely, but still it is merely an accident he brought upon himself by wrongly manipulating the device I put in his trust.
Your creation? Are you talking about that amazing machine in the shape of a beetle?
Absolutely. Very insightful, Mozart.
What do you use these creatures for?
Well, I guess you know from experience how someone can become a slave to rhythm, don't you? This influence is called animal magnetism. Thanks to the Beatles, I inject a rhythm in a subject, and that allows me to manipulate it as I please. Isn't that fascinating? But let's get back to our deal. I'm told that you are always trying to make ends meet. If you perform Anton's piece, I'll pay you 15 ducats.
Alas, sir, I don't want to disappoint you, but what you call a piece is only a poor imitation of one of my own recent compositions.
I won't go over this. Your reckless ego has already led you right in the middle of the trap Keller set for you. Stay humble and answer me humbly. Will you work for me? I just want a yes or a no. Perfect. Very well thought out. So you'll be able to familiarize yourself with the music.
I have to escape from this place. I'm sure Anton knows the truth about all this. That's the third part of Anton's symphony. I should correct it. Let's see what happens if I play it on the harpsichord. The majordome seems to be in some kind of a trance. The beetle seems to be deactivated. I need to find a way to open it. I managed to open it. The mechanism seems more intricate than the one of the problem stays the same. I managed to open it. The mechanism seems more intricate than the one of the silver beetle. The problem stays the same. Very well. Here we are. I'd say this beetle is ready to function again.
Oh, thank you, Master Mishka. I fell asleep for a moment. Please excuse me. How? I am waiting for your instructions, Master Mishka.
I'd like to go out.
Certainly. I'll open the door without any delay.
Give me your keys.
Very well.
Do you know where I can find Anton Epoch?
Yes.
It seems that this box was added to the mechanism of the clock. I wonder what is its use.
Mozart, I'm so happy to meet you at last. Happy, but not surprised. I was sure you'd succeed in your quest and finally would find me here.
How long have you been imprisoned here?
Let's exit the tower. I long for the light of the stars. First of all, I want to apologize for drawing you into such a dark adventure.
So be it. I will accept your excuses if you agree to reveal the truth to me.
The truth is that when I found out what my father set out to do, I didn't know who to turn to.
How so?
We needed money to pursue our goals. My father was led into a bad case of unsavory trafficking. That's how he was first confronted with Keller and the police. Everything went from bad to worse after that.
I don't understand. What was Keller's involvement?
He's a spy for Prussia. He's been acting in the dark in Prague for a long time. He's an agent for the Hohenzollern, and it's their money that ended up financing us.
And you agreed to betray our emperor without hesitation?
Not at all, Mozart. My father was a patriot, but Keller applied a lot of pressure on him, and finally he consented to go to Berlin to meet with Wollner.
Who is this Wollner everybody talks about?
He is the Prime Minister of the Hohenzollern. The Grand Duke is under his spell. He pretends he has supernatural powers, powers he inherited from the Rose Cross.
What is my role in all this?
I knew you were the Emperor's friend, and that you would stay loyal to him under any circumstances. I also know you are a genius. I was certain that you'd manage to counter their awful plans. To get you on your way, I thought up the plan of copying your score. I was certain you wouldn't rest until you find out who tried to imitate your piece.
That was clever. When I heard your pastiche, I was quite angry.
You didn't disappoint me, that's for sure. You managed to escape all the traps and finally got to me. My father decided to lock me up here when he discovered that I wanted to stop his dark endeavors. Did you manage to enter inside the pyramid?
Which pyramid?
Under Prague. There are ruins dating back to antiquity. Friends of my father have reproduced some kind of Egyptian pyramid in there. In the heart of this underground network, you will find the last part of my symphony. I left the last fragment there. I had to get rid of it in a hurry when my father started to suspect what I really wanted to do. I understood he was going on a path of betrayal and dishonor. Still, I have to confess, I did help him with the development of his beetles, so we are on the same side, and I can tell you everything I know about their plan.
What do you know about the conspiracy?
I do not know the real nature of the conspiracy.
Tell me about the pyramid.
My father operates from the pyramid they built underneath Prague. It used to be a temple dedicated to the cult of Mithra.
How can I penetrate it?
Did you
I found some sort of door under the bridge of stone, but I couldn't open it.
To open the door, you need to use one of my father's watches and reconstruct the course of the sun. The itinerary of Re is symbolized by a barge. Here's what I know. The solar barge starts in the east, raises towards the zenith, and goes down towards the west. Finally, the barge goes back east towards the night and darkness. I say all this from memory based on my father's notes. Lead the barge accurately and you'll enter the pyramid.
How about the mechanical beetles? What is their true nature?
My father built different kinds of beetles that can be distinguished by the colors of their shells.
Why did you imitate my creation?
The pastiches were designed to draw your attention. Even more, when you'll have found the four movements, you'll have a powerful weapon against my father. In the depths of the pyramid, you'll find the column of harmony. It's there that I hid the fourth movement of the symphony. By modifying the scores, performing them will allow you to take control of the metronomes that are the hearts of the beetles. I promise I'll try to redeem the sins of my father.
I never met you, and still, seeing you alive is the sweetest experience of these last few hours.
Take good care of yourself, Mozart, for the Empire's sake.
If you believe the future of the Empire lies on my shoulders, you picked a very weak adventurer to lead this quest of yours.
Don't be so modest, Mozart. The greatest musical genius of all time seemed like a good adversary for my father.
If we manage to escape in one piece, I promise I'll teach you one or two tricks about composing that'll get people to think you're a genius too. So let's go to the Bridge of Stone and let's find out what the mystery of the pyramid is all about. I should be able to open the entrance to the pyramid. All I need do is find the passageway. According to what Anton mentioned, to open the door, I now have to reconstitute the run of the sun. I still have to find out in what order I need to push the various symbols. The way back is cut now. Forward is the only way to go. An engravement in the shape of an Egyptian ankh. It worked! My Mason brothers will be proud of me. This looks familiar. Seeds all over the platform of the lift. Haufer stuffs his pockets with that kind of snack for his dreaded parrot. That means that Haufer has been here before, and it just confirms that he is part of the conspiracy. This mechanism precludes me from lowering the lever. Maybe I need to find a special key to unlock it. So far, the lever can only be lifted up. I need to find the missing key so I can go down into the depths of the pyramid.
Hello, stranger.
Be quiet, feathered freak.
Mozart? I thought you were a burglar. You came back. For me?
I'm sorry I awakened you. I'm not here to steal, but to get what's already mine.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
Where is Johann? I need to talk to him.
I don't know. The clockmaker Epoch woke us up in the middle of the night, and Johann must be somewhere with him inside the theatre.
I need to access Johann's safe. It's very important.
Very important for you, or very important for me? They're coming. Hurry! Johann may get the wrong idea about you and I. Hide in this closet. I'll wait for you in the music parlour. I've got so much to tell you.
Alexa, what are you doing here at this time of night?
I was looking for a book that would help me sleep.
My account ledgers. They're boring, all right. Leave us now. I need to talk privately with the master clockmaker.
Let's celebrate our coming victory.
I need to leave, but I can't see anything.
Where did I put my bottle of elixir? My knees are killing me.
Cocoa wants some cocoa.
Here's to you, you old companion. May your old bones never suffer the insults of old age.
Cocoa would like some cocoa.
Hold on. That's a costly habit you've got. Maybe I'd better save the precious powder. So long, my friend Papageno.
I heard everything. Help! The police know everything. I heard it all. The infernal machine is well hidden. Help! There's a bomb! Coco is happy. Help! There's a bomb! Boom! At dusk. Help us!
I believe I finally found the key I was looking for. Thanks for your help, Papageno.
And me. How about me? Will I ever find the one I'm looking for? I just remain lonely, lonely, desperately lonely.
My dear, come close to me. I have a secret I need to whisper in your ear.
She is divine. It's a shame her vocal talent is so limited. Well, I guess after this little pause, it's back on the adventure trail.
Frankly, I thought you'd never manage to open it. I can now fathom how much these Rosicrucians are fanatics. Not only did they steal the secret power of the Premier from me, but on top of that, they put me away in this dark and humid cell. Don't expect any thanks from me. I just want to leave this dreadful city full of restless natives as soon as possible.
Can you reveal to me the secret power of the Premier?
The secret? I'd be glad to explain it to you, but obviously your level of initiation is too low for you to understand anything about it.
Well, just give it a try.
A master? Ha! Maybe according to the continental rite.
I doubt we have much time to extend our views on these differences.
Sure. So, here we go. The Rosicrucians have stolen the secret power of the Premier because it opens the door to illumination.
I'd be glad if you cared to be a bit more precise.
Hiram built the temple with the help of a force that was lost and that we found again, the electric fluid. Thanks to our American brothers, we've managed to master it anew. And we are even capable of generating it. That's how the electric fluid is born, in a device that's called a battery. As it is built on a pile of metallic discs, that's it. You know everything now.
You mentioned a door to illumination.
That's the door to the great temple of knowledge. Once you've opened it, all the truths are yours. But here is the darkness that surrounds us. The door to illumination is the force of the electric fluid allows the panel to move. Such a precious secret, and
Why did the Rosicrucians betray our spirit of humanism?
The Rosicrucians can't make out superstition from knowledge. They are as astute as a herd of camels lost in the desert trying to find an oasis. And I'm only half surprised that the Prussians put their trust in such people.
Peter, there's a bomb hidden in Prague.
And based on how you people have treated me, do you know how I might be able to leave?
Well, there's some kind of lift.
Thanks, sport. If I were you, I'd just leave and run back to wherever you call home.
No can do.
Whatever suits you, my friend. But its entrance is blocked. I'll help you push it. But then I'm gone. There you go.
Some kind of white powder? What is it?
Just a bit of salt.
Your Majesty.
All without...
Right. Just tell me what you...
I don't know, Angel Gabriel. They had masks, and beware.
Good Lord. Joseph...
Mozart,
I'll do it without...
set me free immediately.
My holy emperor.
Too many notes, my...
When did we meet for the...
During a visit to the palace of the Archbishop Prince of Salzburg, and you were all of 12 years old.
What was the year that I started working for you?
as soon as I finally manage to convince you to abandon that old fat Prince Archbishop.
You really are my Saint Emperor, sir. I will try to set you free immediately.
So, pardon my intrusion. Mozart, I have to confess that I admire you.
This admiration is not shared, believe me.
I do believe you, but I suggest you don't try to be too clever under the dire circumstances you find yourself in. You actually... I hope my answers will astonish you enough to inspire a bit of admiration towards my schemes, rather than myself.
I know you stole...
You don't own that secret. Hiram the Premier discovered the power of electricity. By combining that secret with my little mechanical creatures, I'll be able to raise an army of human automatons that, when I reach my goal, after I get rid of you, my creatures will be perfect.
Why betray the Empire and ally yourself with Prussians?
Their Prime Minister, Werner, thinks I'm going to help him. Still, Prussia gave me everything I needed, and their spies, like Keller, have become my zealous assistants.
Did you also manage to corrupt Havel and his patriot friend?
In the beginning, yes. Here, Joseph II and Aka Joseph II will now come with me to set up our little show for tonight.
The stone key is encrusted in the back of the throne, and this key is in the shape of an Egyptian ankh. There are symbols engraved on the throne, a column circled by 4 hieroglyphs that seem to represent the 4 primal elements. I've seen these symbols in the Masonic Lodge in Vienna. The proper order is the wind, humidity, then the celestial arch, and finally the earth. There are 3 different sets of discs in the coffer. Some are made of metal, some This looks like the Eye of Horus. This looks like the Eye of Horus. The cylinder is made of several discs. It looks like the battery described by Englander. Some discs are missing. That's certainly the reason why the stone panel can't move. If I manage to rebuild the battery, then the door will open. Would you please? No reaction. Freedom at last! An engravement in the last fragment of Anton's symphony. I need to correct the score. There we go. The score is completed. Let's see what happens if I play it on the organ. St. Nicholas Church. My dream was right. It's a passageway towards Epoch's lair.
Mozart, how nice to see you. I thought you were dead, or about to be.
Hold on. My bohemian lad tells me your musician friend tried to bribe him in order to set him free.
Not at all. I just charmed him with a few notes of violin.
He lies. He deceived me by...
The Emperor is a good prince that respects the inspiration of his people. If you are loyal to the cause of the Freemasons, prove it.
I am ready to play with you.
What do you mean, Mozart? How do you want to play with me?
I can prove my good faith by playing the 31.
Oh, yeah? You mean you're going to lose and get me back in a good mood?
Quite the contrary. I'm going to win.
Your mind is as torturous as some of your melodies. If you win, you'll be my friend. To spice up the game and get you to regret that you claimed you were a Rosicrucian, I've changed the rules just for you. You'll pick the first card at the beginning of each set.
As far as I'm concerned,
A lad that can so brilliantly play the game can't be dishonest. Back in my country, we would have made you our leader.
At last you are convinced. There's no time to lose. Let's get to the opera and defuse the bomb.
A bomb? And why not? That sounds exciting. Mano, get some help. I feel this may get more complicated. Ilan, can't you feel the winds of adventure upon Prague? Look around you. We're on a mission to rescue an emperor.
Yes? And so...
I want to say...
Werner!
So, Mozart, you don't follow your friends on...
I beg of you.
The Emperor is yesterday's man.
How about the bomb? I have to find it.
I agree. You deserve a front seat to our firework. Enough of your running scared, Mozart.
Oh, Mozart, Mozart, despite all your childish attempts to derail our plans, it seems you're finally one of us on this most promising evening. You should learn that when you start to play the notes composed by my son, the bomb will be triggered. It'll blow everything to... You already met my little machine. This new device will help you cope with the suspense and concentrate on... Mozart is under our control.
How about these so-called patriots?
Not yet.
Very well.
Let's go to the concert hall.
This does not look good. Two Rosicrucians standing. That's not as easy. Hey, you. Yes, you. His head is going to... A flask of sleeping potion.